Have you ever been puzzled by someone who turned down an invitation to a party or a get-together, and you thought to yourself, what is wrong with them? Are they not interested in spending time with me? You may have even pondered, are they perhaps too good for us? Well, it turns out that there could be more to the story. Renowned German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer suggested that highly intelligent individuals may choose to spend time alone, not because they are antisocial or have low self-esteem, but because they recognize the limitations of human interaction and the richness of solitude. So here are 5 terrifyingly intelligent reasons why some people choose to be alone, according to Schopenhauer. Number 1. Intelligent people understand that others will try to diminish their intelligence. We live in a world where originality and nonconformity are often met with skepticism and ridicule. And intelligent individuals who dare to stand out from the crowd with their unique ideas and perspectives frequently find themselves underestimated or even mocked by those around them. Arthur Schopenhauer, one of the most brilliant philosophers of his time, understood this all too well. In his book, The Art of Always Being Alone, he delved deep into the experiences of highly intelligent people who choose to live alone, shedding light on the reasons behind their decisions. According to Schopenhauer, these individuals are not necessarily antisocial or have low self-esteem, but rather have made a conscious choice to withdraw from society in order to preserve their intellectual independence and pursue their own goals without the distractions and limitations of social interaction. However, the truth is that even geniuses like Nikola Tesla and Charles Darwin faced ridicule and criticism for their unconventional ideas and spent much of their lives alone, misunderstood, and unrecognized for their brilliance. This serves as a reminder that the price of genius is often a lonely existence. As the renowned physicist and Nobel laureate Richard Feynman once said, "You have to learn to be in a minority of one, because here's what happens to people who agree with everybody else. They do what everybody else does, think what everybody else thinks, and soon they are doing the same things as everybody else." Number 2, highly intelligent people know that they don't fit in. Have you ever felt like you just didn't fit in? Like no matter how hard you tried, you couldn't really connect with the people around you? If so, you know how isolating and difficult that can make life feel. But it's not just a feeling. It's a reality that many highly intelligent people experience on a daily basis. They see the world in a different way than most people, and that can make it hard to find people who understand and appreciate their unique perspective. According to Arthur Schopenhauer, these individuals often choose to live alone, not because they are antisocial or have low self-esteem, but because they recognize that their intelligence sets them apart from the average person, and that staying connected to others would only serve to hold them back. Instead, they prefer to surround themselves with books and their own thoughts, finding solace in the company of great minds that have come before them. Of course, it's important to remember that just because someone is intelligent doesn't mean they're always right. There are plenty of examples of people with high IQs who have made terrible decisions and suffered because of it. But it also means that they have a unique ability to see the world in a different way, and that can lead to great things if they're willing to embrace their differences and use them to their advantage. So if you're feeling like you don't fit in, know that you're not alone. And instead of trying to force yourself to conform to the expectations of others, why not use your intelligence and creativity to forge your own path in life? No. 3. Intelligent people understand that others will try to control them. In any social situation, there is always a power struggle taking place, whether it's overt or hidden. Those with higher intelligence understand this dynamic all too well. They recognize that other people will try to control their actions and influence their decisions, often without realizing it themselves. This can be especially true in group settings, where the desire to conform and maintain harmony can lead to a suppression of individuality. According to Arthur Schopenhauer, highly intelligent people who choose to be alone are not antisocial or have low self-esteem. Instead, they are aware of the dangers of groupthink and the potential for manipulation and prefer to operate independently. They understand that by distancing themselves from others, They can avoid being influenced by the biases and limitations of those around them, and make their own decisions based on their own merits. This allows them to stay true to themselves and their values, while still being able to contribute to society through their work and ideas. However, this can sometimes lead to misunderstandings and accusations of arrogance or selfishness. Others may view these individuals as uncooperative or unwilling to compromise, when in reality they are simply protecting their intellectual independence and integrity. Ultimately, these people are not afraid to stand alone if it means staying true to themselves and their vision. 4. Intelligent people learn to be alone without being lonely. Ever pondered upon the difference between being alone and being lonely? While solitude is often glorified as a time for introspection and self-discovery, the truth is that it can be a daunting and challenging experience. Many people fear loneliness and crave social connection, which leads them to seek out companionship even when it's not genuine or fulfilling. However, highly intelligent people have learned the art of being alone without being lonely. They understand that the key to a fulfilling life lies in cultivating a rich inner world that brings them joy and meaning regardless of their physical surroundings. According to Arthur Schopenhauer, these individuals have developed a deep connection with themselves and are comfortable in their own company. They find contentment in their own thoughts and can create a sense of companionship through their engagement with books, art, and other forms of intellectual stimulation. This does not mean that they reject social interaction altogether. Rather, they are selective in their social circles and prioritize quality over quantity. They seek out meaningful connections with others who share their interests and values, and are willing to put in the effort to nurture these relationships. For highly intelligent people, loneliness is not a punishment, but rather an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. They understand that by facing their loneliness and embracing their solitude, they can develop a deeper understanding of themselves and their place in the world. This leads to a greater sense of fulfillment and satisfaction in their lives, which is something that everyone should strive for, regardless of their intelligence. Number 5. Intelligent people know that the world is full of fools. Throughout history, there have been countless instances where the actions of a few ignorant individuals have had a negative impact on the lives of many. From wars and conflicts to environmental destruction, the consequences of foolishness can be far-reaching and devastating. Yet despite the prevalence of ignorance in our world, there is hope. Highly intelligent people recognize the folly of others, yet still manage to maintain a sense of optimism and curiosity about the world around them. According to Arthur Schopenhauer, these individuals possess a deep understanding of human nature and are well aware of the limitations of those around them. Rather than allowing themselves to be dragged down by the negativity and short-sightedness of others, they choose to focus on their own goals and aspirations, knowing that true success comes from within. Of course, it's important to acknowledge that not all highly intelligent people choose to be alone. Many find fulfillment in forming close bonds with a select group of friends or partners who share their interests and values. However, there are also plenty of examples of brilliant minds who have chosen to live a solitary life, such as the famous physicist Albert Einstein. Whether or not someone with a high IQ chooses to be alone is a personal decision based on a variety of factors. But one thing is for sure: these individuals have a unique perspective on the world that can lead to great things if they are willing to embrace their differences and use them to their advantage. In the end, it's not our intelligence that defines us, but rather how we choose to use it.